How do you think that person is a part of? Send me the picture of how you know he's a part of street corner resources. Because now, let me explain to you something, Kay. First of all, that whole demographic is the returning citizens. They all re-entry. So they got a certain mindset. And the mere fact that he's moving like that with you, and he know he a part of one of the street corner resources, is a contradiction as to who he's representing himself to be. And you know, street corner resources, Iesha get money from the mayor. You know she's not gonna let you mess with her money. That's how she eat.
So what does that mean for me? How do I eat when I have no? Like, I didn't say I won't mess with anybody. I found out that he was connected at the breakfast. I was in the line. I saw Cool Breeze. I went over and hugged him. He said, "Hey, Ma, you know Cool Breeze, right?"
Yeah.
I went over, and I'm gonna get a camera shot.
And he was at the breakfast.
Yes. He approached me at the breakfast, and all along he don't speak to me. He shut the lights off. He put dog shit up. He done terrorize me in this building. They put up cameras, stalked me, harassed me, and then assaulted me twice. Now, and my sons. Now, let me tell you something. Who feels it knows it. That's what Bob Marley said. Who feel it know it. I'm from Jamaica. I'm a Garveyite. I don't get up in America. I've never messed with nobody in this country. All I've ever tried to do is to try to help. I don't have a halo over my head. I'm not a saint. But there is no record in the history of my life. I'm 60 years young. I don't say old. I'm 60 years young. And there's no history of myself nor my children committing no crime, being a terrorist, or making other people's life hell. And I come up to this breakfast. I say hi to Cool Breeze. Because, Keith Wright said, everybody get in the line, get your breakfast. And I moved. You saw where I was sitting. You offered me a seat.
Yes.
Right? I wasn't even in the main part. I was in the back. You said, hey, sit here. No, sit here. I thank you, my sister, for offering me a seat at the table of sisterhood. I sat there. Then when Keith Wright announced it, you guys, I think, had gotten up to look at breakfast. And then I just kind of waited because I kind of glanced out and the line was long. And then I glanced back out. I said, okay, the line kind of going down. And I got in the line. And when I saw Cool Breeze, and he was like, his back was turned. So I tapped him. He was talking to another lady. And I tapped him. He said, hi, Ma, because that's what he calls me. And I call him son. In all our years of knowing each other, they know my children. They know my, everything. And he said, how are you doing? I said, well, not too well. I've been assaulted. He said, what? He said, call me tomorrow. We're going to take care of this. I said, no problem. So I went back in the line. I was standing in the line. And I don't even think it was 5-6 seconds after this person, this terrorist, approaches me. Okay. And he starts to say, and I was like, the way I'm terrified because I've had to film myself going and coming in here because of the confrontation and the violence. And I pissed on myself.
No.
I pissed, yes, I was so, when he came up to me, everything I just lost. I pissed, the whole of my shoes was wet. My pants was on because I had a long dress, but I had a tights on. Everything was, I pissed on myself and I started shaking. That's how bad that is. Okay. Let me tell you something. Nobody knows. And I'm not going to talk on the phone because you know what? I don't know who's listening, who's taping, who's doing what. But I know that I have lived it. And I know for sure that when you are living your life, be careful. Because you don't know who knows who. He didn't know I know Street Corners Resources. He didn't know I know Sister Iesha. And then he said, I'm her nephew. I'm sorry, like I did all the things I did. I wasn't a part of that. Nah? What? So now you see me with Cool Breeze. I think he saw me. Because the shirt, the first thing I saw was the shirt. The first thing I saw him had on was the black hoodie with Street Corner Resources shirt. That's when I was like, you know, that's the first thing that shocked me, to know that this is what is going down. And then he says, I'm her nephew. And then, hey, whatever happened after that. Okay, so I never got out of line. I never lose composure. I didn't say nothing threatening to him. I think I said to Cool Breeze, I went to, that's one, the guy, that's one of the guy that been terrorizing me, stalking me. I got out the line real quickly. And he said, really? And he looked around, and I don't know, it was like a blur after that, because I never talked, you know, it was a moment.
Yeah, you got out of there.
I got back in the line, and I was just trembling, because what the things that I have gone through over the last 3 years. I'm not a weak person. I'm not you know, or fought. I don't care what nobody want to say. I've never taken drugs. I don't smoke. I don't, barely, maybe a glass of wine every 3 months at somebody's celebration. But my life, I don't have any mental problems. But now I do, because of this shit that happened. But I'm going to let my lawyers deal with it. Okay? And my attorneys deal with it, because I am not talking anymore. You know, Cool Breeze approached me and said, you want to talk about it? I said, no, let my attorney, let the law handle the lawless, and let them decide. And not only that, make the Lord, not the law, because the law is corrupt and it works corruptly. Let the Lord above, because you know what happened is that I wasn't really supposed to come to the breakfast.
I was surprised to see you. Because I wanted to know.
I come every year, but because of the assault, I was just recovering. I was hospitalized.
No, I know that, but that's not the guy who pushed the door on you.
I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay.
I'm not going to, because you see, it's a setup. Everybody knows Iesha. Everybody knows. I don't know who connected to who. If he didn't say, if he didn't approach me and say, that's my aunt, I'm her nephew, I wouldn't even know.